In 2026, it's never been easier to spend $800, $100, even $2,000 on a pistol. Everyone online swears is the best. But here's the uncomfortable question. Are these guns truly superior? Or have we all been sold on hype? Today we're cutting through brand loyalty, tactical marketing, and fanboy noise to reveal 10 pistols that may not be worth your hard-earned money. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 10. SIG Sauer P2029 Legion. The SIG Sauer P2029 Legion has built a reputation that almost sells itself. The Legion badge, the custom gray Cerakote finish, upgraded grips, enhanced trigger, and premium sights all scream elite performance. It's marketed as a refined, duty-proven compact that blends old-school metal frame durability with modern enhancements. And to be fair, it's accurate, reliable, and extremely well-built. But here's where the hype starts to outweigh the reality in 2026. The P29 Legion is heavy compared to today's polymer striker-fired pistols, holds fewer rounds than many compact competitors, and typically comes with a price tag that pushes well into premium territory. For home defense, reliability is critical. And yes, it delivers. But so do many pistols that cost hundreds less. For concealed carry, that added weight can become noticeable over long hours. And in terms of modularity and optics-ready convenience, newer designs often feel more adaptable. The Legion branding creates an aura of exclusivity, but when you strip it down to pure performance and value for money, you're often paying extra for the name and finish, rather than dramatically better real-world usability. At this price point, buyers expect a clear performance advantage, not just refinement. If prestige matters to you, it delivers. If pure practicality matters, there may be smarter options. Number 9. ZEV OZ9 Compact. Next up is the ZEV OZ9 Compact, a pistol that absolutely dominates conversations whenever premium striker-fired comes up. On the surface, it's easy to see why. The OZ9 Compact features a steel receiver inside a modular frame, excellent slide machining, match-grade barrel, and a trigger that feels cleaner than most factory striker guns. It's built with tight tolerances and marketed as a performance upgrade over mainstream options. But here's the problem in 2026. The price. The OZ9 Compact often costs significantly more than proven pistols that already deliver strong reliability, solid accuracy, and dependable home defense capability. For many shooters, the performance difference doesn't justify the jump in cost. Yes, it shoots flat. Yes, it feels refined. But when compared to high-quality models that cost hundreds less, the real-world gain in accuracy or reliability is often marginal for the average user. Add in the fact that it's heavier than typical polymer compacts, and the carry comfort factor becomes questionable. At the end of the day, the OZ9 Compact isn't a bad pistol, it's a very good one. But in a crowded market full of excellent value-for-money options, the hype around it can feel bigger than the practical advantage it actually delivers. For competition shooters, the upgrades make sense. For the average carrier, maybe not. Sometimes premium feels impressive in the hand but unnecessary in everyday life. Number 8. Walther PDP Compact. Now let's talk about the Walther PDP Compact, a pistol that's been praised non-stop for its ergonomics and trigger. In 2026, it's still marketed as one of the best out-of-the-box striker-fired experiences you can buy. The grip texture is aggressive, the slide serrations are deep and easy to manipulate, and the trigger is genuinely crisp compared to many competitors. It's optics-ready, modern, and built with reliability in mind. So where does the overhyped label come in? For starters, while the trigger is good, it's not dramatically better than several less expensive alternatives. The slide can feel bulky for concealed carry, and some shooters find the recoil impulse slightly snappier than expected for a compact. For home defense, it absolutely works. For range use, it's enjoyable. But the way it's often described online, you'd think it completely redefines accuracy and performance, and that's where expectations can outpace reality. In a market packed with dependable, optics-ready pistols offering strong value for money, the PDP Compact sometimes feels like it's riding more on reputation than revolutionary advantage. It's a solid modern pistol, just not the revolutionary leap some claim it to be. In a crowded market, very good doesn't always equal must-buy. Number 7. SIG Sauer P320 Compact. Next is the SIG Sauer P320 Compact, a pistol that once felt revolutionary because of its modular fire control unit. The idea that you could swap frames, slides, and calibers around a single serialized chassis was genuinely innovative. It earned military adoption, massive law enforcement attention, and a flood of aftermarket support. On paper, that sounds like unbeatable value and flexibility. But in 2026, the hype doesn't always match everyday reality. Most civilian buyers never actually change grip modules or calibers, which means the main selling point often goes unused. While the P320 Compact offers solid accuracy and respectable reliability for home defense and range work, its trigger feel is average compared to newer striker-fired competitors. The bore axis is slightly higher than some rivals, which can affect recoil control for certain shooters. Add in past controversies that still linger in online discussions, and confidence becomes part of the debate. It's not a bad pistol by any means. It works, it shoots well, and it's widely supported. But for many buyers today, the premium price and reputation sometimes exceed the practical advantages most owners will ever use. Modularity sounds exciting until you realize you may never use it. For many shooters, simpler and more affordable options accomplish the same mission. HK VP9. Now we get into one that always sparks debate, the HK VP9. For years, it's been praised for its ergonomics, interchangeable backstraps, and one of the better factory striker-fired triggers on the market. The VP9 feels great in the hand, shoots accurately, and has that strong reputation for reliability that HK fans proudly defend. On the range, it's smooth and consistent. For home defense, it's dependable. So why call it overhyped in 2026? Because the market has caught up, and in many cases surpassed it. The VP9 typically comes at a higher price point than comparable striker-fired pistols that now offer similar or better triggers, optics-ready slides, and higher capacity options. While HK's build quality is solid, the performance difference isn't dramatic enough to justify the premium for many buyers. Some shooters also find the paddle-style controls or overall design less intuitive compared to more mainstream platforms. The VP9 is still a good handgun, but the legendary aura around the HK name sometimes makes expectations bigger than the practical advantage it delivers in real-world use today. The HK name carries weight, but brand legacy doesn't automatically equal better value. In 2026, loyalty alone isn't enough reason to ignore competitive alternatives. Number 5. FN509 Compact Tactical. Next up is the FN509 Compact Tactical, a pistol that looks like it walked straight out of a special operations catalog. Threaded barrel, suppressor height sights, optics-ready slide, aggressive texturing. On paper, it screams tactical superiority. FN markets it as duty-grade, combat-ready, and built for serious performance. And to be fair, it is reliable, durable, and accurate enough for home defense or range work. But here's where the hype starts to stretch things in 2026. The tactical version often carries a noticeably higher price than standard compact pistols, and many owners never actually use the threaded barrel or suppressor setup it's built around. That means you're paying extra for features that might sit unused. The trigger, while serviceable, isn't class-leading, and the overall size can feel bulky for concealed carry compared to slimmer modern compacts. When you strip away the tactical branding, what you're left with is a solid handgun, but not one that dramatically outperforms less expensive options in reliability, accuracy, or everyday usability. For many buyers, the cool factor ends up costing more than the practical benefit. If you're not running a suppressor or red dot setup, you may be paying for features you'll never use. Tactical appeal is powerful, but practicality should matter more than aesthetics. Number 4. Staccato C2. Now we're stepping into serious controversy territory with the Staccato C2. In 2026, it's often described as the gold standard of carry-ready 2011 pistols, premium trigger, exceptional accuracy, smooth recoil impulse, and law enforcement adoption that adds to its credibility. Shoot one at the range, and it absolutely feels refined. The trigger is crisp, the reset is short, and the overall shooting experience is impressive. But here's the reality check: the price. The Staccato C2 sits in a bracket that many shooters simply don't need to reach for reliable home defense or concealed carry. While it offers outstanding performance, the improvement in practical defensive accuracy over quality striker-fired pistols is often marginal for the average owner. It's also heavier and more maintenance-sensitive than simpler polymer designs. For enthusiasts and competition-minded shooters, the C2 makes sense. But for someone looking at reliability, value for money, and everyday usability, the hype can make it seem essential when it's really a luxury tier option. It's excellent, no doubt, but in 2026, excellent doesn't always mean necessary. It delivers premium performance, but premium performance comes at a premium cost. For most defensive scenarios, the difference may not justify the jump in price. Number 3. Shadow Systems MR920. Now we're talking about one of the most defended pistols on the planet, the Shadow Systems MR920. Marketed as a Glock but better, the MR920 comes optics-ready with upgraded sights, enhanced slide cuts, improved grip texture, and a more refined trigger feel straight from the factory. On paper, it sounds like the ultimate evolution of a proven platform. It's accurate, modular, and designed with modern concealed carry in mind. But here's where the overhype argument starts in 2026. The price typically lands well above a standard Glock, and once you factor in real-world performance, the difference in reliability and defensive accuracy isn't dramatically higher for most shooters. Some early break-in quirks and tighter tolerances have also been discussed in user reviews. For home defense and everyday carry, it absolutely works. But many buyers could purchase a more affordable, proven alternative and still get comparable performance. The MR920 isn't a bad pistol, it's a good one. The question is whether the premium upgrade branding truly delivers enough added value to justify the extra cost for the average owner. Upgraded doesn't always mean necessary. For many shooters, a simpler platform could offer the same confidence with less financial commitment. Number 2. Glock 19 Gen 5. Now we get to the one that always sets the comment section on fire, the Glock 19 Gen 5. For decades, it's been the benchmark for reliability, durability, and simple, no-nonsense performance. Law enforcement adoption, massive aftermarket support, and a reputation for running under almost any condition have made it a default recommendation for home defense and concealed carry. It's accurate enough, easy to maintain, and widely trusted. So how could it possibly be considered overhyped in 2026? Because the market has evolved dramatically. Many modern pistols now offer better factory triggers, improved ergonomics, optics-ready slides, and higher capacity options at similar or even lower prices. The Gen 5 refinements were solid, but not revolutionary. For new buyers entering today's market, the Glock 19 often gets recommended automatically, sometimes without comparing it to equally reliable competitors that may offer more features for the money. It's still a dependable handgun, but the almost mythical reputation surrounding it can overshadow the fact that it's no longer the undisputed leader in every category. Great? Absolutely. Untouchable? Not anymore. It's still dependable, just no longer untouchable. The legend remains strong, but the competition has never been stronger. Number 1. SIG Sauer P365X Macro. And now we land on the most controversial pick on this list, the SIG Sauer P365X Macro. When it launched, it flipped the concealed carry market on its head. High capacity and a slim profile, optics-ready slide, compensator options, modular grip system, all in a package designed for modern EDC. On paper, it looks almost unbeatable. It offers impressive magazine capacity for its size, solid accuracy, and strong reliability for home defense and daily carry. So why call it overhyped in 2026? Because the expectations around it have become sky-high. The X Macro is often described as the perfect carry pistol, yet some shooters find the grip length pushes it closer to compact territory, reducing concealment advantage. Others feel recoil can be snappier than expected despite the design enhancements. And with its premium price compared to other micro-compacts that now offer similar capacity and optics-ready setups, the value for money debate becomes real. It's a very good pistol, but the way it's praised online can make it seem flawless, and no handgun truly is. Innovation is impressive, but perfection is a myth. Before buying into the hype, ask yourself if it truly fits your needs or just the trend. Outro. So there you have it, 10 pistols that might be great on paper, but don't always justify the hype in 20. This isn't about hate, it's about smart buying decisions. Reliability, accuracy, and value for money should matter more than brand prestige. Now I want to hear from you. Which one do you agree with, and which one did we get wrong? Drop your thoughts below, like the video and subscribe to the Gun Vault for more honest reviews.